What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie290 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And I think this one caught just about everybody by surprise. But it looks like Xbox/Microsoft has acquired ZeniMax Studios, Bethesda Studios, and a lot of other game companies and a lot of other games today for about $7.5 billion. This easily makes Microsoft the biggest publisher in the industry. I mean, they have more games, more studios, and more titles than anyone else. This is really incredible news, so let's take a look. So this is big enough news to where it made a Twitter moment, but here we have tweeted out by Xbox. Today is a special day. We're thrilled to welcome the talented teams and beloved game franchises of Bethesda to Team Xbox, and you can read the full announcement from Phil Spencer here. Phil tweeted that Xbox and Bethesda have worked together for years. We share similar passions and beliefs. Proud to welcome them to Team Xbox. Excited how we'll advance gaming together for players everywhere. And then when you visit the Xbox website here, you'll see them basically explain that all 2,700 employees is over at Xbox now, creating games for Xbox. But that doesn't necessarily mean exclusively for Xbox, and I think that's really important to point out here. Xbox is no longer just a console. They clearly want to be game publishers, and we've seen in this last generation them publishing games on every platform, including PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. You can play Minecraft Dungeons on any of those platforms. In fact, you can play Microsoft Dungeons or any of the other games that are on Game Pass on mobile now. You can actually play them on mobile, Android and iPhone. So clearly, it seems like Xbox doesn't care about selling consoles as much as it cares about selling games. I would go as far as to say they don't care about selling games anymore. They care about you subscribing to Game Pass, actually. And this article at the Xbox website definitely seems to confirm that. They go on to say that Bethesda has had similar visions as Xbox for the future of gaming, that it does include cloud-based gaming and Game Pass. They said that Bethesda was one of the first companies to support Game Pass from the very beginning, and that the future games that Bethesda publishes will absolutely be coming to PC and, of course, Game Pass as well, and that includes Elder Scrolls, Starfield, just about everything else that Bethesda makes and publishes. I mean, Tom Warren on Twitter pointed out that Microsoft now owns Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Starfield, Wolfenstein. I mean, those are some big, big gaming franchises. All they have to do is literally anything with them and people will buy them. And when you add this to the list of gaming companies that Xbox now owns, whether it's 343 or Double Fine or Mojang, Ninja Theory, Obsidian Entertainment. They own Obsidian Entertainment. That means Fallout New Vegas 2 is actually a possibility now. Bethesda and Obsidian have not seen eye to eye for quite some time, but Microsoft could make them do that. That would be amazing. But now, this isn't all good news for the folks over at Microsoft. Even though they paid $7.5 billion for this company, they're still going to have to release some PlayStation-timed exclusives due to existing contracts over at Bethesda. The two biggest existing timed exclusives for PlayStation were Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, and Phil Spencer said today that absolutely they would honor those PlayStation 5 exclusivity contracts. Those games will come exclusively to the PlayStation as a timed exclusive. That's bizarre. I mean, if you want evidence that Microsoft cares more about the games than the hardware, this is absolutely it, because they are willing to honor those contracts, knowing they have the money to break those contracts and get around them if they wanted to. Absolutely, they're going to honor those contracts, according to Phil Spencer, and be publishers of games on a competing console. That's wild. That's actually really cool. So I know a lot of people don't like it that Microsoft is buying up all of these companies and owning all of these games because they don't like what Microsoft has done in the past. But I think all of that was in the name of selling the hardware. And now that they are focusing on game publishing and they're focusing on Game Pass, I think it's time to reevaluate how you feel about the company, because you no longer have to own an Xbox to enjoy these games. I mean, I do not doubt for a second that there will be Game Pass slash PC slash Xbox exclusives like Halo in the future. I don't think you're ever going to see Halo coming to the PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch, though prove me wrong, Xbox. I would love to eat those words. But Game Pass was already my exact dream as a kid. One small fee a month to get access to hundreds of games, which you could download, or now, if you want, with Game Pass, you can stream it on mobile, and I presume you'll be able to stream it on PC and the next generation of Xboxes as well. I know a lot of you guys are not interested in streaming. A lot of you guys don't have the internet for streaming, but the good news is on PC and Xbox, you can still download all of those games and play them natively. And certainly I'm not the only person that feels that way about Game Pass, because Game Pass is getting it right where other services like it have got it wrong. It went from over 10 million subscribers at the beginning of the year to 15 million subscribers in the last 6 months. 15 million people subscribe to Game Pass at what, $10 to $15 a month, depending on whether you have the basic or the ultimate plan. Come on, that is a wonderful success. A lot of people are enjoying Game Pass, as they should. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you're an old man like me, you prefer to play your games on a console or on PC. I get that. I understand that. But a lot of these kids these days prefer to play on mobile. That's why we saw Call of Duty and Fortnite and all of these other shooters do so well on mobile. And Xbox has seen that writing on the wall, and they have brought Game Pass streaming to mobile, so you can play all of these games right there on your phone. Brilliant. So $7.5 billion to buy ZeniMax slash Bethesda is a lot of money. That's 3 times what they paid for Mojang and Minecraft. But I mean, they're so much more valuable, in my opinion, here than there was for Minecraft. Look at just the tremendous number of franchises and games that they will get here. And hopefully they're going to do something with them that Bethesda wasn't already doing, because as we know with Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, where those dude have their fans, that's not what the core gamers wanted. I would love to see Phil Spencer and those guys pushing this company to make the kind of core games we want. Now, if I'm going to be more cynical here, and I think it's important that I do, I will point out that in the last generation, Xbox didn't have a lot of exclusives. And the exclusives that they did make were just filled to the brim with microtransactions, and they were designed to be games as a service. And so that's already what ZeniMax wants to do with all of the Bethesda licenses anyway. So maybe we'll just get a lot more of that, but that was the direction they were already going in anyway. This could only improve it, I think. And if I'm being honest, I think this is a really smart direction that Microsoft is going here, because games publishing is so much better than just selling consoles. And if they can sell those games on any platform, including mobile, they have a much better business model than PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation at the end of the day is being very traditional by selling a console and then using that console to sell their games. But Microsoft is selling you a console that you can play their games on if you want, but you can also play those games literally anywhere else. And now this acquisition of Bethesda on PlayStation as a timed exclusive. That's crazy. But now this is all just one man's opinion. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I know you're going to let me know down there in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this acquisition. You think it's a good thing for gaming? You think it's a bad thing? Let me know. What a weird world we're living in. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.